Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Markets. My name is Chris Leyland and I'm Director of Investment Strategy here at True Potential. So just looking through equity markets overnight, so we saw that Wall Street hovered near an all-time high, and that was following the weekly employment data that came out better than expected. So new applications for US unemployment benefits last week fell below 1 million for the first time since mid-March. So that's demonstrating the US economy moving through the pandemic and raising investors' hopes that, the rate of recovery in the domestic labour market was accelerating. However, the US still needs to agree the coronavirus relief package, and that's to replace the $600 per week unemployment benefits that expired last month. The Democrats and Republicans, we know, are ever closer to agreeing on a budget number, but this does need to happen quickly. If we look at equity markets overnight, Japan was positive to reach a 2-month high, with hopes that the Bank of Japan will launch more stimulus as the economy faces restrictions from social distancing measures. China retail sales came out overnight, with China's retail trade declining by 1.1% year on year in July 2020. So that missed market expectations of a 0.1% rise, and that follows a 1.8% fall a month earlier. So this was the 7th straight month of contraction in retail trade, with people continuing to avoid crowded places in China. So that includes shops, restaurants, cinemas, amid the COVID crisis. And I think, from our perspective, China is very much seen as being, first in, first out in respect of the pandemic. Therefore, it's important that we see the Chinese start to consume and to move back to some sort of normality. On the more positive side, and sticking with China and sticking with data, China's industrial production rose by 4.8% year on year in July 2020. So that's actually the same number as June. It's a little light compared to market consensus. However, it remains the steepest rise in industrial output in 6 months amid ongoing recovery from the COVID-19 crisis. Finally, just on equity markets overnight, Australia. So Australia's up after a good week's trading on investors' hopes of further stimulus measures for the Australian economy. So the Reserve Bank of Australia, so their central bank, the equivalent of the Bank of England in some ways, said that fiscal support was needed to generate jobs while holding rates and flagging a fresh round of bond buying tomorrow. If we look at equity markets today, the UK and Europe have opened up slightly weak, although this is on the back of good positive numbers for the week. Looking forward over the weekend, we have top negotiators from the US and China, and they'll be discussing the initial review of the Phase 1 trade deal. So hopefully we will have an update on how this is progressing. That's everything for me. I hope you enjoyed today's morning markets. I hope you enjoy your weekend, whatever your plans are, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you very much.